Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be looking at Harley's 2024 review video. But before we do that, we've got a viewer bike to look at first. And this is Terrible Tim's 2021 Fat Boy. Two-tone paint, which looks so nice on these Fat Boys. Stage 1 setup. It's got the Trask see-through air cleaner setup, a nasty looking 2-into-1 exhaust. We got the mustache engine guard, smoked lenses, custom grips. Looks like it's got a custom brake pedal on it. Very nice bike, and thanks Tim for sending that in. Again, if anybody actually wants to have their bike seen on the channel, you can always email me a picture. My email is in the description of this video. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a Fat Boy. It can be whatever you want. But anyway, let's get on with the video and what's new in 2024. So Harley's reveal this year basically was called The Dawn of a New Era. And as far as I'm concerned, it could have been called 2024, the year of the bagger, because if you are someone who is into cruisers or softails like myself, there really was nothing for you in 2024 other than a few different colors, which really aren't exactly blowing my socks off at this point. Now I got my handy dandy notes that I made, so let's go through this thing. Harley started off with their usual kind of propaganda video talking about their tradition, they're great, blah, blah, blah. But then we got on to the new Street Glide and the new Road Glide. Now, what's new about these bikes? Well, the styling is new for these bikes because they now have the styling of the CVO models that came out in 2023. And I got to admit, it is an upgrade. It does look nice. Also with this bike, or these bikes, I should say, they now have a little bump in displacement, and they come with the 117. And to be honest, when I actually first saw pictures of these bikes, I thought it would be, they had the variable valve timing just based off of the cam cover design, but apparently not so. Now, another thing about these bikes, they come in two trim colors, or you have black and a chrome. Now, the big thing for me is they have 13 color options. 13. You can really tell where Harley Davidson, where their loyalty lies when you have that many color options for two bikes. Like you have the Fat Boy, the Road King, the Lowrider S. They're coming with about 4 colors this year, no two tones, and they're not the greatest of colors either. I don't know why Harley couldn't have taken some of those colors and put them on other bikes as well, but of course we've got to save them for the baggers, of course. Now both of these bikes are listed at the same price. They are about 26,000 US and about 32,000 Canadian. That's where they start. Now from there, Harley dove into the CVOs. That was what basically most of this video was on. They had their CVO propaganda video about how, CVO's big, great idea, heritage behind them, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But we got on to the CVO Street Glide and the CVO Road Glide. These bikes basically, as far as I can tell, people can definitely correct me in the comments. They look basically like they're the exact same bikes as came out in 2023. Look to be the same styling, same engine, same everything. The only difference is different colors. I believe we have an orange and black and basically a copperhead color. So not much new that I can tell on these CVO models. And they start at about 54,500 Canadian and 44,500 US, so they're not cheap bikes. So moving right along, we come to the CVO Pan America, and I gotta say, I don't know I don't get it. I mean, like, I'm not an adventure bike rider to begin with, but I don't know what Harley is doing with this bike necessarily. Basically, to me, anyway, it looks like a Pan America Special with some parts from, or a bunch of parts from the catalog and a different paint job. Which, I mean, all things considered, that is generally what a CVO is a regular model with different paint and more accessories. However, you usually do think you would get something like some better electronics or a bigger engine, but this looks to be, and again, people can you know, tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. It looks to be the same as the Pan America Special. Same engine, same horsepower, same torque. You know, you're looking at same suspension, same electronics. So basically the same bike. If somebody wants a different color Pan America with a bunch of accessories for about $10,000 more, there you go. The other thing about making the Pan America specifically a CVO that I don't really get is having a bike that is a CVO and worth the amount of money that it's worth, being a bike that you're going to take off road. I don't know anybody who would spend $30,000 or $40,000 on a CVO or a bike in general and then take it off road and get it, you know, rock chipped up, scratched up, beat up, run it through sloughs. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I see it as a miss as far as Harley goes. It's not a bad looking bike, but I really don't see it selling that well. But I don't know what the regular CVOs sell for. I could be completely off. Maybe these will fly off the showroom floor. But I really do not get the idea behind having this as a CVO. Basically, Brad Richards, the VP of their styling or design, said that they see Pan Americas that are accessorized, so they thought that's why they do this. Well, I don't know. Sorry, it just doesn't, I don't get it. The bike comes in basically at $34,600 Canadian, or $28,400 US. So now we basically come to the belle of the ball, and that is the CVO Road Glide ST. And I can't really criticize Harley on this. It's a very nice bike. It's just a high-powered bike. Basically, supposedly, kind of a race-inspired, King of the Baggers-inspired bike. The biggest thing on this bike is it comes with a 121 high-output engine, better cam in it. Apparently, it is the most powerful production engine Harley has put out, coming with 127 horsepower and 145 foot-pounds of torque. So it is very powerful. It also comes with some carbon fiber parts. Can't really criticize it much at all, really. The one thing I would say is that, and I'm not admittedly a track guy, a race guy, but usually if you have a race bike, do you not want to lower the weight, get a better lean on it? Because this bike apparently weighs pretty much the same as the regular Road Glide. I believe it has the same lean angle too. Maybe the carbon fiber parts were to offset the weight of having a bigger engine in it. I don't know. Like I say, someone out there probably knows a lot better than me. But if you're into those race-inspired bikes, if you're a King of the Baggers fan, this bike might be for you. I think it'll actually do quite well for Harley because it does look very nice. Comes in a black color, also comes in a white color. Now they have fancy names for those, obviously, but I'm not going to get into the weeds. Basically, that's what you're looking at right there. Now this bike, again, is not a very cheap bike, but the CVOs generally aren't. This bike starts at $52,800 Canadian and pretty much $43,000 American. So basically, guys, that's what you're looking at for 2024. Is basically, it was mostly all bagger stuff. And like I said, if you're a Softail guy, a cruiser guy, hell, even if you're a fan of the Nightster, the Sportster S, or anything like that, there really isn't much for you this year. If you're a guy like me, you found it quite disappointing. Kind of hoping that Harley comes out with something kind of cool this year, somewhere down the road. But it's unlikely. If they come out with a icon model, it'll probably be something with saddlebags, some kind of touring model. I would hope they do something better, but I don't know. But basically, if you like baggers, this is pretty much your year. If you like cruisers, well, better luck next time. Anyway, that's it for today. I won't waste any more of your time. You guys have a good week, and we'll see you next week.